Go.
Hello, Perry here once again with Nancy and Sherilyn, daughter. She's going to learn how to make some bacon today. Same time, we're going to kind of kill two birds with one stone, and that way I can show you too. What we have done here is we went to our local wholesale house and we got a whole slab of pork belly. Thus far, what I've done is, I'm just kind of getting ahead of the fact because of the taping and stuff. We've removed the skin. Save it. It's got a lot of fat on it. It's going to have some meat on it and stuff when you get done with that skinning process. But what this does is it opens it all up so you get a better permeation of the meat with your seasonings. Basically, all you have to have is salt. Okay? If you did nothing else, this is all what you need to make bacon. We add extra spices and add things to it to make it taste the way we want. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle a little your heavier salt. We buy it in larger containers like that. It's a sea salt, a coarse grain like rock salt. So we're going to put this on the bottom here. I'm going to take one of these. I've cut this in half so you can kind of get an idea how long it was. We're just going to put that right in there, coat it real good. Salt first thing around. There is no measurement on this. This is just a blanket coverage of salt, so you don't have to measure what you're putting on it. But you want to get all inside the little crevices and all this stuff, and what this is going to do is pull the moisture out of it, just like you would any other meat that you're going to get ready for, like smoking or whatever that was. Okay, that's covered. I'm going to take another bin here, because I'll reuse that one for our other chunk. We're going to put that in here. I like to start with stuff that'll help make it stick. Honey, you know, your old honey for bacon honey or anything like that. You've seen that advertised. Well, this is how they do it. The ones that really know what they're doing, they do a dry cure, and that's what this is all about. Most of your bacon you get in the store is made in a brine, and that's why it's so salty, and the bacon as you cook it shrinks because of the water content that's in it. This stuff when you cook it up is got the
put honey on the list.
You can put honey on the list, don't you?
So
that should be enough anyway for this chunk. This one I'm going to do more of a honey style, but we're going to heat it up a little bit too. Can you lift that off there? My hands are a little greasy there. Just some red pepper flakes. Give it a little kick. Along with some garlic. Work all that in real good.
He likes playing with his meat.
Hey now. I used to like playing with my meat. When I still had meat. Don't worry, this is only going on YouTube. Okay, so there we are. That's it. Now I'm going to take this and just lay it in here. It's best not to layer, like this next chunk here that I have, it's best not to layer it in there because of the process that it takes to remove the water and everything. So we're just going to set that up to the side, and that's ready to put in your refrigerator just like that. Now this next one's a little bit bigger. This one here I'm just going to use with some brown sugar instead of the honey. I still like the bite for the red peppers on it. You can use whatever you want, however you like to flavor your bacon. This is going to need a little more salt. See how coarse that is? If you use a fine salt, it'll permeate the meat too much, and then you'll end up with what you have like almost like a salty jerky. You don't want that. So you just want to cover it once really good, inside and outside, all around in the crevices. Now we're going to add a brown sugar. Put some red pepper flakes on it. And remember, this is a crust that will develop on here.
The whole bag?
Just start dumping on there, and we'll kind of work it into it. This is a dark brown sugar. I like it a little bit better because it's got more of the molasses flavor to it. That should do for right now. And ultimately, what we do here is the same thing as we're going to do with the other one. We're just going to stack these up on top of each other with lids on them. Just like that. Now we're going to check this about once a day. Drain it. It will have some fluids that will pull out of the meat itself. You're going to want to drain that daily. I'm going to advise that if you do it this way, don't add any more salt to it or anything like that, like a lot of recipes ask for, because it will get salty. Okay, and if you like less salt, more of the bacon flavor, and whatever other spices you put in there, let it go at that. So we're going to let this go for about 4 days. When that's done, we'll start another recording to show you what we do as far as preparing it for the smoker and the smoking process. Until then, we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye-bye now. Hi guys, it's Perry here again. Wanted to show you what we're doing here for some of the activities we're doing today. What we got here is pork belly. We're going to do some bacon today. These have been sitting in a dry cure for the last couple days, and they are really firmed up. So we're going to go ahead and make some bacon out of that stuff. And what this is pork rind. What this actually is the skin and some of the first layers of fat that are on a pig. So we just skin that off this time to get a little bit better and deeper cure on the meat. But I'm going to take some salt, and we're just going to add that to the pork rind. Just a little, not a lot, just to kind of help pull some of the moisture and fat out of it. Now, this stuff is really good in soups, like your beans, split pea, or anything you really want to put some smoked flavor into. So, that's that. We got our fire going. It's over here in the box. There's our fire. Just all we're using is charcoal. And we got some hickory chunks here that I have had soaking for the last hour and a half or so. And what we're going to do is we're going to put some of those on there. We're going to close up our draft. Bring it down a notch or two, kind of cut the airflow down. And that'll start putting up some smoke. There, it's starting to smoke. And we'll shut this down. Smoke's starting to pour into the chamber here now. So what we're going to do is we're going to close this up. We're going to bring the temperature up to about 140 degrees for now. This is more like a cooler smoke. Remember, again, you're smoking the meat and not cooking it to where you're like you would jerky or something like that. You want to cook the meat just a little bit to help dry it out. Well, this here is just the cure has already done its job. It's cured, but to help give it a little longer and a better flavor, shelf life, you smoke it. And there she goes. Let's step back here a minute. Oh yeah. So this is Perry, and we'll sign off right now, and a little while from now we'll check it out and we'll see how far we've gotten. Usually it takes about 3 to 4 hours for this stuff, but we'll see. Later, guys.